I'm busy delivering dividends of democracy. For my party to win election in Rivers State, people are busy plotting how to win election. Rather, people are busy trying to see how they will lose the election. If they lose the election, nobody should call my name. I have told the candidates, you lose this election, you win this election because of people around you. Anybody who knows me knows too well. If I was going to court, I was going to court within 2 weeks after the primaries, because it is a pre-election matter. And after 2 weeks, you can't go to court. The legal advisor of the party called me and they told me, you know that there's a mischief going on. That you know me very well. If I'm going to court, it's not those kind of lawyers I would have used. And I don't even know the lawyers. But I want to tell the candidate, it is the candidate group that are doing all these things. Let the world hear. They are the ones plotting all these things, thinking that they will spoil my name. You cannot.
Because it's always their political enemies trying to spoil their names. I think I have another one if I have it.
They will know who is who.
As we depend them, he dey sweet us. As we dey sweet us, he will depend them. He depend them. Yeah, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he will depend them.
He brought in Bajabia Miller. And he decided to make a confession. Talking about them, you know, being friends when, even if they are not together, so to say. But I want you to listen to it just today.
The young man on my right-hand side, my younger brother, Governor. The young man on my right-hand side, my younger brother, Governor Wike, is a truly performing governor. Is a model governor. One of that is
Before I go into that, let me say, and to let Nigerians know that they will know who is who.
As he depend them, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us, he will depend them. He depend them. Yeah, he dey sweet us. As he dey sweet us.
For better distribution.
What do you come to do here?
30 years in jail.
30 years in jail.
He knows better. They are senior.
Yeah, what? Fine, come now. This is a former president of the state. Fine, go on. Governor.
How now? Very well. How you did now? Very well.
I'm sure I'm good. I hope you're welcome to come to me.
We'll take you in,
I feel you never go to that.
Yeah, I knew. I saw you. I've been serious.
Sorry about that, okay? So there's some, you know, some of the videos like overlapped one another. The one I actually wanted to share is this, I think it's this.
I have no regret because my business is not to help your party that time, even man. My business is to make people uncomfortable. So I was supporting, it was in government house, Lodge, River State, in Abuja. When we plotted, it should not go. We plotted. PDP people, governors sold me out, they supported you. Even when we have agreed that Femi should not go, Lawan should not go, as a party, they went back and supported you. And that was how you made Ndudelimelu the minority leader. Even when we wrote you a letter, that's not what we wanted. You know, people don't like the truth, but the truth must be told at all times. You disregarded our party letter and made Ndudelimelu leader. These are people who sold PDP. The truth must be told at all times. When I saw them, they say we will impeach Buhari. They don't have the balls. They don't have it. They don't have it. Today they are saying impeach Buhari. Ordinary to override electoral act, they couldn't. I told them they cannot talk now. It's impeachment. Let me see who will stand up and say, Mr. Speaker, they think they can use Nigerians up and down. Why you? Something you know you cannot do. Why do you say it out? Why do you say it out? Mr. Speaker, you see, I told you in my house before we came here, I plotted against you. If I saw another way to plot, I will plot. Because you are in a different party. I'm in a different party. Anything that will make you not comfortable is my business.
So that's why some people said that probably he's always drunk. Okay, it doesn't really have to make much sense, but once in a while, it does make some, some senses too. But what happened is that this is politics now. For those of you who want to know better, the Southern somehow, what they call the payback, or what Wike himself is now calling a payback, has now opened the influx, or let me say, yeah, it has opened the influx of the Lagos city boys, like Bajabia Mole. Even Socio-political was there. You saw the video earlier, right? Yes, a lot is going on, just something like this.
Oh, yeah.
As Socio-political in Port Harcourt. They are going there to commission projects and all of that. And as usual, what do you expect? Atiku is going to taste the Wike and group said will be the bitter pudding, or bitter pudding, right? When their election comes, if it ever comes. And then Ebonyi governor too is now one of those who are trying to make Wike remember that, Atiku's loss is Tifnumbu's gain. Why not just come and join us?
For better things.
What do you come to do here?
30 years in jail.
30 years in jail.
He knows better. They are senior.
Yeah, what? Fine, come now. This is a former president of the state. Fine, come on. Governor.
Oh, no. Very well. I did now. Very well.
I'm sure I'm good. I'm welcome to come to me.
We'll take you with that.
So meanwhile, demand that they are doing that to probably see if he could cash in on this PDP, people destroying people's crisis, is demand that is now, wishing you I bet today is the National Youth or International Youth Day. If Tifnubu didn't say it, I probably won't remember too. Watch.
Happy International Youth Day to all young Nigerians at home and in diaspora. Ours is a land blessed with the inexhaustible energies and brilliance of young people. Every day, they keep breaking new boundaries and records in almost every human endeavor. The creativity that lives in the heart of the average Nigerian youth shines bright like the sun. I must acknowledge and appreciate the innovators that powers the economy and create technology that has changed lives. People like Michel Elegbe, Tarabi Alebiosu, Anyedi Udo Obong, Odunayo Eweniyi, and Abisoye Ajayi Akinfolani, and many others who are leading the way, embellishing through their enterprises, their creativity, and their vision. Our nation is fast-growing reputation as the best place for tech entrepreneurship on the African continent. Our future is full of hope and excitement, in part because of the work these men and women have done and continue to do. I celebrate them all. In entertainment, Nigerian youth rule the world, from Grammy Award winner Burna Boy to Tiwa Savage, Davido, Wizkid, Tems, and so many other fantastic artists. Our music is moving people and making them dance in major venues across the world. They are our ambassadors of hope. What can I say that has not been said about the new queen of the tracks, Tobi Amusun? Record breaker, Ace Brume, fearless wrestler.
See how it be like, say, that means no the more, no the gokamo. As I tell us, I mean, do like that, and to maintain balance, and at the same time, make sure that the person that is holding the teleprompter is not shaking so that it doesn't make him, and at the same time, God knows how many cut and paste that went into that. But the message is for the youth. Let's leave the messenger. Listen.
Fearless wrestler, Odunayo Adekunroye, and speed setter, Favor Ovili, are but a few of the young ladies showing the men how it is done and showing the world that Nigeria is more than just a footballing nation. We have superstars in the making throughout the length and breadth of this country. It is the responsibility of government to find and nurture these talented individuals, that their success might bring pride, joy, and excitement to our people, and renewed hope to generations of Nigerians to come. Nigeria is set to take its rightful place as a global powerhouse, and it is the endeavor of younger Nigerians in business and technology, in entertainment and the art, in the politics and in sport, with guidance from those that came before to lead the way. These leaders of tomorrow will catalyze the process. Together, let us make that promised future a reality. Nigeria youth know they carry last. Happy in
You know, everything he said there was absolute bollocks, right? You know that Nigeria give no damn, no shit about you, whether you are into any sport or anything. You know it, right? Everyone who is claiming Nigeria in the international sporting event and all that, majority of them is because they have invested so much in themselves outside Nigeria, inside Nigeria, including how many of them even left Nigeria. Nigeria has no clue. But to participate in international events, to build your to build your sporting career, yeah, you need an international cap. Guess what? That is one reason why majority of them would have no choice but to choose Nigeria. And that's the honest truth. Some will tell you, I mean, I've been dreaming for a day I'm going to pay. Is a lie. Lies. And that's the truth. But the moment they make the headlines all over the world, oh, Anthony Joshua, world heavyweight champion. He was from Nigeria. No. Anthony Joshua was not trained by Nigeria. You know that? Nigeria is a place called rent-seeking country. It's a country where the ruiners of the place are just rent seekers. They don't give a damn about what happened to the source. It no matter, just take rent, seek rent on them. So if Tifnubu is talking about Nigerian youth, and you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, your mates who need real government investment, they are around different stadiums. Some of them have wasted away. You know it. You know it. There's so many people like that who have wasted away. Not because they sustained any injury, but because they waited and waited and waited and waited until Nigeria happened to them. And they couldn't continue anymore. You know that. There is this guy. I can't remember his name, right? Luckily he's done so many trials in different sports and other, right? And then he got an opportunity to go to, I think it was Olympic or an African, Olympics or something like that. And it was like, boxing. So he said, he won his first fight, but the aggression and all of that, he was being interviewed like, listen, I mean, where did you get that inspiration from? Where did you get that energy from? It was like, listen, I'm from Nigeria. Every time I rolled out my punch, I remember how Nigeria has dealt with me, the war we face as a Nigeria, and every punch carries down my anger. I'm sorry, I destroyed that guy's face. Do you get that? Young people interested in sports, in things that could get their minds engaged, developed, and even become better people, better persons for them, to themselves. Nigeria destroyed. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody is now saying Nigerian youth this, even your music, these criminals, let's thank God for streaming services that has really, really helped many, many young artists from Nigeria today. Let's be grateful to that. Technology, streaming services that eventually reduced the loss of revenue from their artworks, from their own works due to piracy that even Nigeria don't give up on. Like Nigerians are those doing the piracy, right? Robbing their fellow Nigerians, and government just collect tax from everybody. Once they see you, whether a pirated copy, whether an original copy, just pay them something, bribe them something. Go ahead, they ruin all of our lives. Thank God for streaming services. Yet, in that same Nigeria, these same criminals, these old AG criminals, they are doing everything under APC for more than for almost 10 months, almost a year. APC they shut down the Twitter operation in Nigeria. Guess where all these young artists, where they get their streamers and they get people to view their streams from? Social media. In Nigeria, politicians like Tifnubu and gang, because they are egos, because they are, they feel insulted. All these people now to abuse, they know. All these young people now to attack, they know. Because of that, without thinking about all these young people who are at least hacking a living on social media, sharing their own trade and art. These criminals don't give a damn. They are always contemplating on how to shut down the internet, how to shut down the Facebook, how to close down this and that, how to, you know what I mean? Because according to them, religiously is not welcome. Then you see this morally, our children are becoming something else. In fact, they don't have respect anymore. Shut down. Destiny killers. They are not talking about youth. They care about the youth. Just like Atiku, that has been contesting to be your president from 1992. 1992. He loves you so much, doesn't it?
But also let me focus on Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar has been contesting the presidency since 1992. Indeed, there is really no election since 1992 that he has not participated in. He ran against Abiola. In 1999, he ran first as governor, then as vice president. In 2003, he picked a form. And that was the crisis, that was what led to the crisis between him and Obasanjo. 2007, he ran, I think he ran on AD or so. 11, he ran, he came back to PDP, right? He ran, was it 11? He ran in 11 against Jonathan. 15, he ran. 19, he ran. 23, he wants to run. Now only you did. A time comes when you look at it and say, it's enough. Let me be a kingmaker rather than this king. Because when people tell me that they heard from God, I've never heard from God. But you see signs of where he wants you to go. And if you keep on doing one thing or the same thing over and over again and it's not happening, then God is not with you. Leave this Abraham Lincoln story that he ran many times before he got it. He ran only 2 times and he got it. Right? So it's becoming ridiculous. And again, and this is why I respect people who say, look, we all want the same thing. What the North wants is not different from what the South wants. Right? But we all want a sense of belonging. That is the commonality between us. How do you justify, or how do we justify to our children that after 8 years of Northern leadership, we go back and have another 8 years? Ordinarily, I'm not a proponent of zoning and stuff like that, but I'm a proponent of equity. And that takes to me precedence to zoning. But even beyond that, our country is in a very desperate situation today. And you need a leader that is formidable, a leader that can make things right. Not the pandering that goes on here today. What we have in Nigeria is a very disgraceful leadership.
Do you understand? And the ripple effect of that is what you are witnessing as well. People don't really care about people. These guys don't. They don't care. They can say all the nice things. Politicians. See, me, I've realized that politicians will say anything and everything just because they wanted to get into you, to give them something. they take things away from you every now and then. That's why you seem never to have any kind of a right or any pushback when the consequences of the actions comes biting. You don't have any fighting back, right? It seems so, because they enter you enough, they say all you want to hear, which in fact is opposite of what they will do. So Atiku, I love you. Tifnumbu love you too now. So number one, let me tell you something. Being fear, right? Atiku, for the fact that Nigeria is about to break up, right? If they have anything that is breaking up Nigeria, it is the impunity, the lack of equity, fairness, and injustice in all, which has brought so much differences and gaps in us that to address them first, it starts from first action taken, which is how could you live with yourself, right? Go out there, right? As a Yoruba man, as a Southerner, and tell them Atiku should be your president, and you claim to love one Nigeria. I mean, what would you do to yourself? I mean, how would you feel with yourself? It doesn't matter. Don't worry. It doesn't matter. Don't tell me, because I don't care. Okay? Because this is the same thing for those of you who are also going to say, okay, let's rule Atiku out. Okay, fine, Atiku out. Then you turn around and you face Kolu, somebody that should go and take care of their health. You now want to use gaslighting. You want to use blackmail to get people to say, and since it's a Southerner now, an insensitive people who don't give a damn about the fact that Nigeria is so divided along ethnic, tribal, religious sentiments as we speak. Like, I mean, not as we have ever witnessed before. But in their insensitivity, they still went ahead to present a sick man who is a Muslim, and they brought in a Boko Haram sympathizer, making it Muslim ticket, and you, as a Southerner, you feel comfortable with that. How could you feel comfortable with that? How? Oh, because it's a Yoruba. Oh, come on, man. You won't tell me that that's actually all. I mean, that's how all your all your politicians in Yoruba land are sick, like Tifnumbu. So we should be grateful that you had one that could still manage to work, Abi. To some people who knows that this is a game of winner takes it all, right? And from the history of Nigeria, one of them that contributed to this current division that you are witnessing today. If Yaradua was not a sick man, guess what? They told Obasanjo that Yaradua had a terminal ailment. I mean, a terminal sickness, cancer of the blood. They have a name for it. I think it's called leukemia. No, there's a name for it, cancer of the blood, cancer of the skin. They've told him you have just about maybe 5 years max, 2 years max to live. The guy was governor of Katsina State. He was doing his second term in Buhari State. He already wrote Katsina State University. I've been at University of Katsina. I don't know. As a lecturer, he already wrote them that he was going to start. He was coming back there to teach. Yaradua already planned how he is going to die. They've told him. Obasanjo, coming back from the pain that he couldn't get his third term, decided to jump the likes of Peter Odili, the then Muazu, I think he was the Bauchi state governor at the time, and others who were like who could possibly still fly the flag of PDP and be your president healthy. Obasanjo decided to go and bring a sick man because his intention was, once they start the whole wahala, Yaradua feel fine, And the law says if any major candidate of an election dies before the election, they would have to postpone the election, allow the party to bring in a replacement. They shall do all of that, which will allow Obasanjo to stay for maybe another 1 year or 2 years. I'm not joking. No. If you are hearing this for the first time, that depends on how old you are or what you actually know about the politics then. So Obasanjo, who brought in a sick man for his own selfish reasons, was the one who brought in this whole mess. Don't put the blame on anyone else now. That's the genesis. Yaradua died after 3 years, right? Which then made this desperate terrorist to go shopping. Yes, they spent 4 years shopping for the terrorists that will eventually make Nigeria ungovernable, for them to take over, and they will keep it that way. So everything you are witnessing today, power going to naught, this one finds this one, that one that finds, all those stuff, right? Obasanjo just started that move. You should always remember that. However, with where we have come to, the Southerners who have played these major roles, as well as us, the Southerners who have been the victims of all of this, you should always remember that this is Nigeria's destiny. Once something happens to Kalu, let me tell you something, right? Bokwari, who enjoyed the unlimited presidential privileges, including the one that if they had to remove the kidney or organ of anybody who is normal to replace them with, organ of a 20-year-old man and remove it and put it in the body of an 80-year-old man, right? That requires the top class A, sort of a top class healthcare facility. Access to healthcare facilities, something that is not open to the entire public. Maybe for this first one, this 1%, rulers, dictators, money bags in the world who have access to such a treatment. Tifnumbu has all the money, but he's probably never had he's not having the access to such yet. But cut it short, it is, Tifnumbu, before Bukwari became president of Nigeria, he had no public record of him spending months in a foreign hospital. You know that until he became your president, Tifnumbu has been shuttling from different hospital to another, right? For the past 5 years. No joke. Serious. People closer to him. No, physically, you know that. Now, if something now happened tomorrow, and then you can imagine and say, I supported them because of Tifnumbu, because he's a Yoruba man. Only for you to realize that you have actually helped them to bring back the terrorist, or to extend the stay of the terrorist over you. So think about that. Now your choice. I don't care. I've told you I don't. I only care about the consequences, which I love to remind you of. Sometimes if I tell you the consequences, which I do all the time, I believe that it has helped many people to have a rethink on their choices as we speak. So what does that left you with? The Peter Obi. Now, the Peter Obi himself, right, which I told you before, is about one Nigeria. The project there, what makes it more kind of, tricky for some of you is this. Tifnumbu is old. Atiku is old, corrupt. Tifnumbu is old, corrupt. APC, Egbekegbe have caused so much ruins, we've seen. But then you are given the alternative of one that you can say is not a saint, but is manageable. Not knowing that you are doing the same thing that could have been done in PDP, in APC, anywhere else, which is powered, backed by the same people who gave birth to PDP, who gave birth to APC. Now, as you have kind of been socially directed, which is, legit, I would say, behind the scene, the same owners of Nigeria are also the drivers behind the scene. But temporarily, as we see, for now, it is looking like the option that so many are currently comfortable with, which is
all. O God of creation, let our noble cause, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just as you, let love eyes again, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign.
now you see images like that are popping up all over Nigeria and creating a big concern for those who have been in their comfort zones before now, APC, PDP. To somebody like me, Mayegun, it is so good to see. I want to see how this is going to end. I would love to see it because to me, it is not different from those who believed, those who are like a Southerners who believe that the idea of Nigeria that they have is similar to the ideas of Nigeria the people from northern Nigeria have. There is nothing different from us having different ideas of what our country should be, right? But how do you stop clash of those ideas which has cost us lives, millions of them, poverty, millions of us in them, right? It is by letting all those ideas flow freely in the regions where they are more valued. You are Southerner, you love Western education, you want to travel the world, you want to enjoy life, you want to practice your religion, your spirituality. You don't want anybody to dictate to you how you should live or not live. And at the same time, you want policies that gives life to your people. But northern Nigeria is different. It is a different set of rules. And meaning when people from that part have a vision for Nigeria that is different from that vision, you who are accustomed to that tradition and culture of southern Nigeria, that's clash of ideas, clash of culture, clash of tradition, clash of identity, which is Nigeria's problem as we speak, right? So when you see people say obedient, you see majority of them are Southerners. Majority of you obedient are Southerners. Yes, you are. There's nothing bad in that. But it is not different from the same people from southern Nigeria thinking that they have figured out Nigeria's problem by mobilizing to take leadership. They did it in PDP from 1999 to 2015. When they were bored, they created APC, right? Now, the APC that is doing everyone shaggy today, they have now forced many of you to become obedient. Are you following the whole line, eh? Now, they have made you to be obedient, but when you look at it from the beginning, in 1999, democracy would develop Nigeria, government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The military should go back to the barracks. We need to, that other stuff. Oh, PDP have destroyed this country. Look at this, look at that. We can no longer continue like this. Jonathan is a drunkard. His wife is a hippopotamus. All those horrible things, right? They created another political party that said, we were coming to make this better. We will unite you. We'll create love. We'll create development, jobs. We'll create things that will make you feel proud again that you are Nigerians, right? So 7 years down the line, Nigerians, they carry bottle, they carry knife. Anger everywhere. say, my brother, you say in the morning, you say, man, this country tire person. Post that one on your social media. This Nigeria tire person from nowhere. Another person, you may not even know them, may just jump in and say, go and kill your papa now if Nigeria tire you. I say, why are you angry? Then you will come by there. Now your papa they go kill you, they Ogun won't kill you. Waiting they find for my page. Ogun won't kill you. Say, no, Ogun go kill your papa. See your head like that of a fowl. Early in the morning, violence everywhere, anger. APC, Egbekegbe created that. Frustration, the police, all of that. You may not know. It's not funny. They created anger, frustration. Say, Peter, somebody will come and say, Peter will be for president. Another person will just come and say, this one a bastard, make a block him. Can block this bastard. Say, you don't even know him, you don't know her. Another come and say, Emi Lokan, Awa Lokan, Yoruba Lokan. Then you see another set of people, angry people everywhere. Say, this one a Olori Brukusha. I don't even know saying that this one a Olori Brukusha. You know, anger, frustration, all of that everywhere. APC, Egbekegbe did that. But that wasn't what they promised you. Now today, everybody is obedient. What are you promising yourselves? To save Nigeria, to bring people who care about Nigeria, who build Nigeria, our schools, who be with our roads, who be with unite us. We are going to go from consumption to production. All these, all these fancy words. So if Obi can become your president, and you can realize later that all of you have been conductors, calling passenger into Obi's bus. But when you can't open up, you can't see the drivers. You can't see the people, the same set of people that contributed to your frustration. We send you from PDP to APC, from APC to Labour, and to anywhere where they want to send you to. And that thing do pain. It does. You see, people, man. But it's all about how you see things. Sometimes I feel like I've seen things too much that I don't believe in any of their things anymore. Sometimes I feel like it's because of what I've seen so much. Compare things that things have happened right before our eyes and all that. Things that you would never believe would ever happen. They happened. So therefore, when I see things happening again, I don't get carried away. That doesn't mean that I don't like you. Like I said, well, I may not like you because of your repetition of your bad choices. Something that the Lagos Abobakus don't like me for. I told them, I said, you guys are making bad choices, and the consequences of all those choices are very, very fatal, are very, very costly. But you are not paying attention. Rather than pay attention and say, how did we get here? How come we are so, how come everything is so tough like this? Why is everybody, you know what I mean? Rather than think about that, they deviate your mind from that. They distracted you and started making you blame. People will get their own problems too. They are making you blame them. Say your grandfather offended somebody. In the Laya Atijo, in the olden days. Imagine somebody using your situation right now, Nigeria situation right now, where they affect you right now because of your choices right now. They are now telling you that in the olden days, your grandmother offended somebody, your grandfather offended the village priest, and this and that. That is why your life is difficult. Lies, distracting your minds. Now, to make it worse, you are now going tribal. Go back to your state. Go back to your region. Go back to your disorder. Go and have your Biafra. Go and do a lot, all those things, man. So at the end of the day, you realize that you are doing all of that, not for yourself, but for the real drivers behind the wheel. You don't see them. You are just conductors, especially when your agenda is to say you want to fix Nigeria. You want to bring people together. You want to, come on, man. To bring people together is not hard. But do the people want to come together? And under what arrangement are they going to be living and then cohabiting together? You should figure that out before you begin to say, we need to. Nothing new. So when I see obedient, I'm like, okay, I love it. Like Femi Kuti said, listen, A lot of us, I'm not too old though. I'm just 38, right? As a 38 years old man, I have seen enough. Trust me. If I tell you things, I am saying them from the experience. And sometimes you might think about you over exaggerate this thing. Sometimes you know too deep that way, but it's deeper that way. Oh. It is deeper than what you can say, right? But what Femi Kuti said was that listen, he is older than being called to be obedient to any new political drive or whatever it is about Nigeria. He's seen it all. But he said something, he said, whether anybody supports you or they don't support you, they don't really matter. Because now two things. If you finally push your revolution like you did in 2015 and you made Peter Obi your president, now two things go happen. Oh. One, if he wins, nobody gets any choice if they make him your president, right? Then if he now fix Nigeria, the people will no like him, and the people will like him. Now everybody go share him. So what is the force? Why are you angry with people that possibly have their reasons never to, or maybe because of they've seen, jump into the bandwagon? Why? Eventually, like Bukwari, many people who stayed away, who never participated in bringing this death upon us. Trust me, they are sharing in that mirage today, or in that mystery today. So it don't really matter as we see them. Yeah? Because as it is right now one is sure for us to, Baba, this in one shock us, it won't kill us. So that has been the history of Nigeria, because people always come out to say they want to save Nigeria by ignoring this clash of culture and tradition, never really highlighted and in fact documented, so that it can be the barrier. I mean, the kind of statue, the kind of statue, the constitutional statue that allows you to say this is also, don't cross this line. For us in Yoruba land, no bring cow here, so that we don't go allow. Then nobody will dare bring cows anywhere near Yoruba border or near Biafra border or that stuff. Now, these are not written, and nobody want to talk about them. Talking about them is like, no, we don't. Listen, we know the problem. Everybody knows the problem. But rather than resolve the problems, as they claimed, they always make it even worse. If you don't believe me, study APC, and sadly, nobody is responsible. We are all just trying to help you, like this rogue, the governor of Cross River States, who hasn't paid his own workers. Imagine somebody who never paid his workers, owing them. Decided to be a Father Christmas in Nigeria, where abnormalities are always normal. Everything abnormal in Nigeria, they are normal. Now, when you begin to ask questions, they say, are you normal at all? Why are you asking? Why are you surprised? A governor that didn't pay salary, had the audacity to walk into a church and donated the 25 million naira in order to receive a blessing from God, Abi? The poor, the people who own the money, can go and die. I'm not joking. Here is it. Watch. But there is a shocker too. Sometimes this is also good. Listen to what the bishop said afterward. Listen to this.
The government, my family, and on behalf of the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the entire judiciary, so that I save them. We have already whispered together and saved them the stress of coming one by one. We have collectively come together to make a humble donation of 25 million naira.
Is that how we clap for 25 million?
And for our bishop, His Grace, Bishop John Elowenaya, our own pride, son of the sword, the pride of we, the people of Northern Cross River State. I have a whisper for you over here too. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Excellency. Thank you. This is a season of whispers. May God divinely whisper
into your lives.
I want to talk. And I want to thank my neighbor governor. He's my brother. We are from the same part of the state. He will whisper to me later. Whatever he wants to give to me, let him put that package together and pay salaries.
Yeah, the bishop said, he's my brother, but let him put that package together and pay the salaries of workers. Did you say, hey? That's so it be. But guess what? Nigerians, sometimes you just have to thank God if Nigeria hasn't really messed up your head. Nigeria has messed up many people's heads. Millions. You see that poverty? That poverty is a bad thing, a terrible thing. It's It's messed up people's thinking. It's messed up their vision. It's messed up their self-esteem. It's messed up. It's messed them so much. Messed them up so much. Like I said, every abnormality, a normal thing for Nigeria. That pastor, they said, that bishop na mumu. What nonsense. The best thing he should do, if you go and read comments, you will be like, man, something don't do Nigeria, something don't do Nigerians, and that thing no good. It's bad. They went there, Nigerians, under that video. I like what that bishop did, but to me, that bishop is a mumu. Because we all know that all these politicians are always going to steal the money anyway. So if he give you the 25 million, why don't that pastor use that money to buy food for the workers? Now, so sometimes I feel, that's how I feel when I read the comment of so many people, Nigerians. But sometimes I always feel like, or most times I feel like, Nigeria terrible. Every abnormality in a normal. Some of them are watching me right now. My friend, what are you saying? It's making sense. It's making sense. You know that governor is going to maybe use the money to give it to Olosho or give this or the anyway. So instead of that bishop to reject the money, he should collect the money. And then, you can then buy food and give it to homeless people. State governor that doesn't pay salary. Politicians in Nigeria feel like they are helping the people. Like, we are just doing you a favor. I'm just doing a favor. Doing you a favor. If I decide to fix your road, you better be grateful. I can decide not to do it. And Nigerians also understand. They know I can decide not to do it. So if I do it, my friend, you better be thankful. That's how terrible we've become. And guess why that is happening? Because of Nigeria. If Yoruba land is an autonomous region where every administrative decision nationwide is being taken right there in Yoruba land by Yorubas 100%, we would have been able to undo them ourselves. And trust me, we would never, ever have found ourselves in this situation. But look at us. Nigeria made that happen. Increased the poverty, destroyed the home value, family value, destroyed jobs, education, where today we are now brewing thugs. I'm talking about deadly thugs that are not even hiding it. Have you heard about this guy? I heard they've arrested him, but I'm not sure. You remember this guy?
Wọ́n ṣe kọ́ ṣe jama àwọn onígbélé wọ́n ṣe láwọn kan bọ̀ wá lé àṣírí àwọn ọmọ wọn tá láwọn ọmọ. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ máa bọ̀ àwa tá pa wọn àwa ọmọ sí àṣírí tá pa wọn àbí ọdún. My name is Killer. I keep another cancer. I like to kill. Kill is my favorite. Who dey breathe? Bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn bá lóun ṣẹ́kì àṣírí ẹ̀sìn nígbà ṣẹ́kì ọkọ̀ ìlú. Check and die. A sùn mọ́. Wọ́n ò ní ráàyè kan kó sí wọn. Bísí ni. Lókè ní à ọgbọ́n ìwà tá a lówó léwọ́ náà ń bẹ́. Ẹ máa bọ̀ àṣírí ẹni bá láwọn ọmọ tí ó gbọ́rọ̀. Ó ti yẹ yín bá lé ọkọ̀ ìlú.
Bale Okolu, Ashiri Eniba of Ede. If you hear about Ede boys, now them be that. Me na killing my hobby, killing is my hobby. Yorubas, there are many like that. Not all of them they make videos about. That's true. Killing my hobby, killing my hobby, killing is my hobby. They are trained. First, they were destroyed by the system, the politicians, their policies over time, the destruction of education, the destruction of a family value, the destruction of a standard of living, creation of poverty that they now weaponize, destroyed young people like him. So they grew knowing only one thing for survival: violence, including if they have to kill. Now they do it, and politicians reward them. And there are many in Yoruba land like that. They drive nice cars. They drive lovely cars. Some of them even have to intimidate and marry most beautiful women too. It's like a virtue. Like, if you can be a politician, then you can be a killer. For the politicians, you can be their muscle. Just. It could have been a different thing. It could have been, but we would make it a different thing. Not just talking. There's so much other people are putting into this as well. That's why everything Nigeria, everything Project Nigeria, no matter how fascinated you are, okay, no matter how, how interested you are in making that difference, it's good. Your intention could be noble. Your intention could be good. But you see, the whole place is put together in a way that your idea can only work if Nigeria is practicing something somebody's told me, a confederation. To start with, let every region control their own affair for real, right? Then you realize that your idea of what a modern world should be in a Western style kind of education, right, or society can work well with the right resources, having the right access to the right resources in that regions. You could do wonders. We could do a lot of things. But being part of Nigeria, we always put limitation to all of that. So why do you want to dissipate all energy like they did in 1999, like they did in 2014, 2015, like you are about to do in 2023 if you are allowed at all? It's all going to come back to the same thing. You and I are still going to be talking about this misery, and all this will always be happening as long as you keep that sovereignty of one Nigeria that gave you no choice. We deserve choice. We deserve. And if Nigeria is not going to give us that, we will make a demand and make that happen. That's normal. You know what I mean? I'll stop there. Wike is being served, but Wike feels like, of course, I can't be a presidential candidate anymore, but I can be one of those that will stop Atiku from becoming your presidential candidate. And this is like a real showdown, which now leaves, in my own opinion, Kolu, Tifnumbu, and Peter Obi as your possible potential president if they hold your election by any chance. Atiku can say goodbye to it now. Now, you can take that from me. Mayegun, stop it. Northern Nigeria are going to follow Atiku, and okay. Again, I don't care. So if you probably will save yourself now that you have to go back to your reset mode before we started the program, okay? Now you can go back to your reset mode. The one that says, you could save Nigeria. And I wish you what? Good luck. And I am going to also take a break. And I'm also going to take calls. So I'll take a few calls tonight before I call it a night. So you can bring out your phones when you want to call in and make a contribution. And when I get back, I'll start taking that. So until then, my viewers on the YouTube, remember, you can still like that video. It's all by choice, but it doesn't cost you anything. Yeah, you can still like that video if you've spent your night or your evening with us this long. Okay, like it, share it, subscribe, and then when I get back, maybe you will call in, and then you can make a contribution too. Thank you, and I'll be back.
Liar.